Welcome back to the channel. This is Motorcycle Repair. Today I'm going to be showing you this stuff called Q-Bond. Now this is very good for sticking fairings back together or anything plastic. I believe it also does metals as well. There's two different compounds in here. One does plastics and one does metals. Very good stuff. As you can see, we paid $13.99, but I'm sure if you go on eBay you'll probably get it cheaper than that. So keep watching and I'll show you the process.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back.
So the first step will be cleaning the contact patch. Now what you don't want to do, you don't want to sand this in any way or file it or anything, otherwise you're going to lose both edges and it's not going to fit back together very well, or it won't be a strong repair. So we'll go ahead, take some degreaser, acetone, whatever you can sort of lay your hands on. Just get rid of all the grease, give it a wipe off. Flip the back edge over, make sure you clean about an inch back from the actual brake itself. More will come clear as we carry on. Do the same with the other side. Now obviously this is just a old panel we had lying around, so it's not going to be reused, it's just to demonstrate. If you did want to make sure it's a really strong repair, you could get a bit of sandpaper and just sand the back side of it, but not the actual mating edge of the repair. It's not necessary. Again, more will stand clear. Be clear. Right, so let's move on to this. So inside this box you will have some super glue. You've got two different compounds. Now grey is for filling reinforced for aluminium and metal. So that's really good for aluminium metal, as I was explaining earlier on. That can go out the way because we don't need that right now. Maybe that might be another episode, who knows. So the one we want is the black one, which will do, it says for bumpers, grills and fairings, radiators and many more. So very good stuff this, really good. To be honest, it's the best I've used. Now if you just take the super glue, my first step is always gluing it back together just with the glue itself. You could be a bit more careful with it, but like I said, this is not a workpiece, it's just a demonstration. Now you want to put glue on both sides, like so. What you don't want to do, and I normally end up doing, is gluing your hands to it. With super glue you normally tend to glue everything else apart from your workpiece. Now if you just leave that for a minute or so, see that I'm gluing my hands to it already. If you leave that for a minute or so, just to cure a little bit, that will make it stick better when you come to put it together. So what I'm going to do now is put them two pieces together like so, and just hold it into place. What you could use to speed this process up is maybe a bit of gentle heat with a hot air gun. Now I will warn you actually, before I do the next stage, is you want to do this in a well ventilated area and you don't want to be too close to it, because it does give off a lot of fumes. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to flip that over and then take some more glue and just glue the back side like so. And then take your compounds and then just sprinkle it's getting a bit low now because we have used this stuff quite a lot, to be fair. Just sprinkle a little line over like that. You can use as much as you want, but obviously if you use a lot you're not going to have much left for the next job. Now this is a stage where you don't want to be too close to it and you want to be in a ventilated area. So now if you take the super glue, start from the top and just soak it. You might not see this on camera, but what's actually happening is it's actually mousing the two plastics together, and it does actually smoke. Like you can see that there. I don't know whether the camera will pick that up or not, but I can tell you it's definitely smoking. I remember the first time we used this stuff. It was interesting. And literally it will go off straight away as well, so you haven't got to wait hours on end for it to go off. It's pretty much instant. Within 5 minutes that will be good enough to put back on the bike after some prep work, depending on your situation really. So we'll leave that for a few minutes. Right, so now we've left that for a few minutes, we're going to do a little test and see how strong that joint is. I wonder if it breaks all the plastic. I've never tried this before, so I don't know. Wow. Now that is pretty amazing.
Look at that.
Yeah, as you can see, that is actually held, and that was a lot of force put into that, so that shows that this stuff is really good at gluing plastics.
And bearing in mind that's just one thin layer of the powder as well.
Yeah, that, you know, I could have gone more with that. I could have gone a lot more with that to make it stronger, but obviously I don't want to waste the actual glue. So on the back of that, I'm Kevin, this is Motorcycle Repair. Make sure you like and share and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.